Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Viltrox 85mm F1.8 lens for Sony E-mount. Now, of course, this is an E-mount lens, so whether you're going full frame, like I have here, the A7R Mark IV, or going crop aps-c, like the A6500, any of the A6000 cameras, then this is going to work. How well? Well, that's why I'm reviewing it. Now, this was furnished to me by the manufacturer, Viltrox, for review purposes. And in terms of affordability, $399 US is about as good as it's ever going to get for a portrait lens like this with autofocus. Now, Sony does make a 85mm lens. With that, you'll be looking at $600 US. So I would say a significant premium for Sony, but in terms of whether or not it's worth that premium, another story altogether. And that's why I accepted this for review, is because it's very rare to find affordable budget lenses that do exactly what they're supposed to. I finally got the box off. You can see I've got a seal here. Let me grab my knife and let's see what the Viltrox looks like in terms of fit and finish. I'm expecting decent things because what I saw online when they offered it to me for review was all positive, and I was already familiar with the product. I just haven't actually used it, and that's why it was easy for me to say yes. After all, anyone who follows my channel knows that I love photography. It's one of my mainstays, and this is no exception when it comes to Sony gear, even if it's manufactured by a third party, which I wholeheartedly welcome. So there we've got our little pouch for carrying, paperwork, the warranty card, and Viltrox is a Chinese manufacturer. They got this out to me very quickly, and I think the lens has been on the market now. I know it launched this year. I don't know exactly when. Nothing else in the box. I can already tell you it feels solid, and it almost looks like, and I noticed this when I looked at it, that they tried to get something similar to a G Master looking branding going on here. You can see that orange, I mean, at least an alpha look is what I should say. I mean, G Master is, you know, a darker, more of a maroon than this orange, but certainly a nice match for alpha. And Viltrox does make this lens for Fuji as well, but it is a different lens. Now, the included lens hood here, you know, piece of plastic, nothing too crazy. But as I mentioned earlier, this lens feels solid, feels like a little tank, a little workhorse, and I'm excited to see how it performs specifically on the A7R IV. Now, I do also have the A7R III, the A7R II, and a bevy of aps-c bodies to test it on, and I will be. And you can see it's a nice looking lens. I believe this is 72 millimeter for the thread, in case you're wondering, for filters. And it just has a nice solid build, and everything I saw online was overwhelmingly positive for the price point. So I can't tell you about any problems it has because it just arrived, but I certainly will be updating all of you on its performance. And again, even if if you're interested in portrait photography, but you don't want to go all out, you don't even want to spend the $600, that's where something like this is very appealing. I mean, it has autofocus. From what I've seen, the autofocus appears to be solid, but I'll save my actual thoughts and feelings for once I've actually used it. After all, this is just an unboxing, but exciting nonetheless, because it's a great time, especially if you're a Sony user with cameras like the A7R IV. I mean, this thing is the king of the hill right now, not just because of its resolution, but its overall feature set. And now to be paired with something like this, do you need 61 megapixels for portraits? No. Do you want it? Maybe. But as I said, I have a lot of cameras to test this with. Of course, putting it on a crop sensor, nice smooth focus ring, by the way. And it is prime. For those of you that missed that memo, it is 85mm fixed, f1.8, so it's a fast piece of glass. But if you throw this on something like the A6500, for example, which I've got my little wide-angle butte on, you are going to have to deal with that crop factor. So it isn't going to be 85mm anymore. But that doesn't mean it won't work exceptionally well. So at $399, the reason I accepted it for review is that it definitely appears to be well worth the look. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them, hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.